Hello everyone, I'm Marcy Erickson, co-director and co-founder of K.I.D.S Center in Bahir Dar, Ethiopia. Bahir Dar, Ethiopia in many ways carries a unique and untouched culture. Being the home of two major universities, Bahir Dar has become quite a large town, with a population of about 250 to 300,000 people. It is hard to determine exact populations here because many people still do not have birth certificates or death certificates. However, most of the town still consists of the people from the villages, wearing the same type of cultural clothing their families have worn for the past 50 years, and walking barefoot carrying things to and from the market. K.I.D.S Center, through its holistic program, serves the poorest of the poor in this area. For the past 5 years, the Kahn Lucas clothing company has been providing dresses for our girls at K.I.D.S Center. Providing a dress for a young girl can make the poorest child feel like a princess. That seems to work throughout all cultures. Girls love spinning and dancing in nice flowing dresses. Many of these dresses have actually survived in the one-outfit life of these girls here and can still be seen on girls throughout the town. Some of these children who previously received dresses from Kahn Lucas are now self-sufficient and no longer need help from K.I.D.S Center or any other organization. Here is just one example of this. Shashi's mother came to K.I.D.S Center almost dead and very sick. Shashi had a twin, but her twin died. Through K.I.D.S Center, Shashi not only survived, but she's doing well, and now her mother is healthy and doing well also. They no longer need any help from K.I.D.S Center. Through Kahn Lucas and the organization Kids in Distressed Situations, women are now given a greater opportunity to learn how to sew dresses for their children. Women are receiving dress kits where they can proudly make a dress for their child. These little twin girls who are in our daycare were so thrilled at receiving their dresses, they could hardly contain their excitement. Some of our women who have no skills have been able to make dresses and proudly give it to their little girl. We have also incorporated this dressmaking through our new sewing and uniform factory.
Here we are at the little sewing factory, and why don't you come on in and take a look.
This is Simon Wade, a British American who came to Ethiopia with his family. Simon is the CEO and owner of Skydiving Services LLC. When seeing the lack of industry for making uniforms, Simon decided to serve K.I.D.S Center in creating our very own small factory. Now K.I.D.S Center has the only uniform factory in all of Bahir Dar and possibly the only one in all of Ethiopia. K.I.D.S Center has always needed to buy uniforms for its 100 to 200 children that go to school. All of the uniforms for all the schools are the same, they just vary in color. Now, not only are they making uniforms, but also the dresses from these dress kits.
So what she's doing is she's modifying the original design just to put the sleeve piece in, because culturally we live near the equator, therefore everybody has to be really bundled up all the time. And then she puts the overlocking in.
K.I.D.S is one of the women trained in this sewing factory. K.I.D.S conceived her child through rape when she was living as an Ethiopian Orthodox monk. After she was living on the street for many months, she felt like the only option for her and her child was death. She actually tried to kill herself and her child. When someone saw her trying to do this, they brought her to K.I.D.S Center. Now her child is in school, and after school care, receives all the help that the child needs, and she has been trained in doing a greater skill. She previously had no sewing experience whatsoever. So many other women could receive this training as well.
So by being able to push material through that's cut in sizes and colors, that then comes to the ladies who assemble it to the finished product, and then put it into a bag, in this case a shirt, with a size 10, and put that on a shelf, that doesn't exist in Ethiopia. You don't go to a shop and buy a school uniform. You take your child to the shop, they measure your child. In 2 to 3 weeks, we'll have your uniforms ready. work. It not might work, it will work. Even with any and all of the inefficiencies and all of the other problems that are in there, it doesn't matter, because your competition, if you want to call them that, they're stuck with all the same inefficiencies that you are. They just haven't had the benefit of seeing better ways of doing it. And knowing that it's made out of superior materials and that it's been made with superior techniques, so it's going to last longer, is huge. You know, I'm not doing the work. You haven't seen me really do anything today. The ladies are doing the work. They're the ones that ultimately are going to solve these problems and better their lot. But it's really heartbreaking when you go somewhere and you realize that there is no social support. If you don't do it, nobody else will. So a little bit of help that you do in somebody's life can really feel like you've made a substantial difference.
Simon generously bought the equipment, the material, and has trained the workers. Now Grace Center just needs a building.
I'm Marcy Erickson. I'm the co-founder and co-director of Grace Center in Bahir Dar, Ethiopia. And I'm here with you today at what we like to call Graceland, which is the land where Grace Center is being built. And we currently have many buildings that have already been built and a lot of children here that we're helping. And I wanted to direct you to where we're going to have a building for the mothers and the women that are going to be sewing. We're going to have a uniform factory for them where they also have other small business programs as well. And I wanted to just ask you if there's any way that you all are able to help us build this uniform factory. It will help to save a lot of lives, and it will help many people to become self-sufficient.
The sewing factory is going to cost about $60,000 US to build, and will include the offices as well as the sewing factory and the jewelry making program also. Kahn Lucas and Kids in Distressed Situations has made a great effort in alleviating poverty throughout the world. There are not enough words to say thank you from all the children at Grace Center. Thank you everyone for all your support. To make donations online, please go to www.gracecenterfoundation.org. When making donations from Australia, please go to gracecenters.org.